Building a holder to keep a handheld VHF radio in a boat. I have this handheld VHF radio. Although I have a fixed mounted VHF radio in my boat, I keep the handheld radio as a backup. Just in case the fixed mount radio somehow becomes malfunctioned, I still can use this handheld radio to communicate. I need a way to store it in my boat. I could have stuffed the handheld radio in a plastic box and store it inside the center console, but I have already packed a lot of gears inside the center console. This is easier for me to find a space to mount it outside the center console instead of storing it inside. This means I need a holder to keep it in place. I could have bought a holder off the shelf that is specifically designed for handheld radio. Unfortunately, the off-the-shelf product is made from very soft plastic. I don't know how doable it is. There are other holders that I could have bought, and they are made from hard plastic, but they are not specifically designed for handheld radio. I really don't believe they can fit my handheld radio that well. Therefore, I decided to fabricate a holder for my handheld radio. This was the first version of my handheld radio holder. It was surely functional, but it was quite bulky. It looked ridiculously big when I placed my small handheld radio in it. What made it bulky were two things. First, almost all the materials were made from half-an-inch starboard. Secondly, I attached a quarter-inch starboard in each side in the front to firmly hold the radio in place. Unfortunately, this made the thickness of the half-an-inch side panel to increase to 3/4 inch thick. That was just too much. Back to the drawing board. This is my new version of the handheld radio holder. It is made from 5 pieces of starboard. The left panel and the right panel are still made from half-an-inch material, but I have carved the shape of the handheld radio in the inside of the panel. This helps holding the radio firmly in place. This means I don't need to use those 2 pieces of quarter-inch material to hold that radio firmly in place like in the first version of the holder. In addition to the change that I have made in the left and right panels, I also have changed the back panel from half-an-inch material to quarter-inch material. These 2 changes make the holder looks proportional to the small handheld radio. There is a small piece of spacer at the back of the holder. This is to account for the fact that the back of the handheld radio tapers downward. The spacer allows the handheld radio to stand upright when it is placed inside the holder. Other than that, the construction of this holder is quite straightforward. I mount the handheld radio holder on a 7/8 inch diameter handrail. The fact that the handrail is 7/8 inch complicates things a bit. The reason is that I couldn't find any 7/8 inch stainless steel pipe cam. I couldn't find it in local store, and I couldn't find it online either. I was forced to order 1-inch pipe cams online from a store in China. Luckily, that didn't take long to ship from Far East to New Jersey. Actually, that was 1 month earlier than expected. Obviously, the 1-inch pipe cam doesn't fit on a 7/8 inch handrail. I wrapped the 7/8" handrail with one layer of black Velcro material to make up the difference. The setup turns out okay. I can easily remove the handheld radio and place it back into the holder. The holder can keep the handheld radio firmly in place with no rattling. It is important to look that the handheld radio is placed a safe distance away from the compass. This is to avoid the magnetic field of the radio from interfering with the compass. I make this video to show how to custom make a holder to mount a handheld radio in a small boat. I hope this will be useful for people who want to mount their handheld radios but cannot find the right holder. Good luck!